Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer and their girlfriend purchased this scooter to navigate a 10-mile radius, and initially, their experience was overwhelmingly positive. Assembly was straightforward, and the initial test rides in eco mode provided a smooth and enjoyable experience, highlighting the scooter's impressive range potential. While eco mode offered a safe and comfortable speed, they transitioned to a higher performance mode to explore the scooter's capabilities. This mode unlocked significantly greater speed and torque, proving exhilarating on flat surfaces. However, during these higher speed runs, a recurring error code began appearing intermittently. Initially dismissed as a minor quirk, the error code became increasingly persistent, particularly as the scooter's battery began to deplete, eventually causing the motor to cut out under braking. This significantly hampered their journey home, transforming their initially joyful experience into a frustrating ordeal. Despite this setback, they were able to reach their destination. After allowing the scooters to cool and recharge, the error code persisted, though the motor's cutout issue subsided. This suggested a possible overheating issue, even though the scooter hadn't been subjected to unusual stress. Customer service promptly replaced the faulty scooter, resolving the error code problem in the replacement unit. Despite the initial mechanical issue, this client highly recommends the scooter, emphasizing that mechanical failures can occur with any product. They point out that even with the error, the scooter remained functional. The reviewer's heavier friend also tested the scooter, achieving similar high speeds without problems, suggesting the weight capacity is more than adequate. The range achieved consistently exceeded expectations, even under varying conditions and usage styles. Subsequent use revealed minor issues, such as a beeping sound related to overcharging, and a later grinding noise from the front tire. These issues were relatively minor and did not significantly detract from their overall positive experience. The only significant ongoing issue was the intermittent occurrence of the error code and motor cutout in the original scooter. However, the swift replacement from the retailer mitigated this issue and left them feeling confident in their purchase. They ultimately highlighted the scooter's exceptional performance, range, and fun factor, outweighing the minor problems experienced.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer initially hesitated between a 3- and 4-star rating for this scooter, ultimately settling on 4 stars due to a generous assessment. While the reviewer would repurchase the scooter, some significant design flaws prevent a perfect score. The scooter was purchased for commuting along a 10-mile paved path, a task it performs adequately. Our reviewer cautions against using it on unpaved surfaces, despite its capability for light off-road use. After extensive use, several aspects proved less than ideal. A prominent issue is the advertised range. Despite riding mostly on flat terrain and not exceeding the weight limit, the actual range fell considerably short of the manufacturer's claim of 40 miles. The reviewer estimates a more realistic range of approximately 20 miles. This discrepancy is particularly disappointing given the scooter's higher price point and established brand reputation. Another key concern centers around the build quality. While the overall scooter feels robust and well-constructed, the accelerator, a crucial component, feels cheap and plasticky, lacking the smoothness and quality of other parts. This is jarring, as the accelerator is a frequently used control. The integrated cruise control, activated solely through a phone app, adds further frustration. The lack of on-scooter cruise control activation and deactivation leads to unintended engagement and disengagement, particularly during periods of changing speeds, creating an unpleasant riding experience. The single-button control scheme also proves problematic. Attempting to perform multiple actions using only one button often leads to unintended consequences, such as accidentally switching off the scooter while trying to activate the lights. The minimal digital display lacks essential features found even on basic cycling computers. It only shows speed and battery level, omitting crucial data such as distance traveled, remaining range, and a clock, all useful for commuters. Finally, the various riding modes, Eco, Drive, and Sport, lack sufficient control over acceleration independent of top speed. Sport mode, while offering a desirable top speed, delivers excessively aggressive acceleration, resulting in a jerky and unpleasant ride, especially when navigating uneven surfaces. The reviewer desires the option of a higher top speed without the accompanying aggressive acceleration. In summary, while the scooter serves its primary commuting function, several design flaws related to range accuracy, accelerator quality, cruise control implementation, single-button control, display limitations, and mode selection inhibit the overall experience. For a high-end scooter from a reputable brand, these issues are unacceptable and warrant a less-than-perfect rating, though the reviewer would still recommend it to prospective buyers with appropriate caveats.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer purchased 2 of these scooters and found the initial experience largely positive. Both arrived quickly in seemingly pristine condition, requiring only minimal and straightforward assembly. Our reviewer cautions that removing the scooter from the box requires care due to the unfolded handlebars and their attached wiring. A second person is recommended to prevent accidental damage. While both scooters arrived with perfectly inflated front tires, the rear tires were completely deflated, a minor inconvenience requiring inflation using the provided valve extender. The scooters were already partially charged, and a full charge took less time than anticipated. Setting up the accompanying app was relatively simple, though our reviewer notes that a barcode scanner and Bluetooth-enabled smartphone are necessary. Bluetooth pairing presented a minor challenge with one unit, requiring several attempts. The app itself lacked explicit instructions, but proved functional and sufficiently intuitive after some experimentation, accurately recording trip data. The scooters themselves felt robust and well-constructed. Performance across the various driving modes, Normal, Sport, and Eco, was consistent with expectations. Sport mode offered exhilarating acceleration, ideal for spirited rides. Normal mode was suitable for leisurely sightseeing, and Eco mode, while limiting hill climbing capabilities, proved useful for navigating pedestrian areas. A 10-mile test ride, incorporating all modes and varying terrain, consumed approximately 40% of the battery charge for both scooters, indicating consistent performance and efficient energy use. The lighting system performed adequately in well-lit urban settings, though our reviewer suggests brighter lights might be necessary for nighttime rides in less illuminated areas. The addition of personal safety lights was implemented for extra visibility. The regenerative braking system and cruise control were highly praised. The former worked effectively from the outset, while the latter, activated via the app, provided welcome relief during longer rides. Our reviewer notes several design improvements compared to previous models, including a redesigned handlebar post locking mechanism and a revised handlebar post folding mechanism. Overall, this client expressed considerable satisfaction with the scooter's speed, range, and build quality. However, some minor improvements were suggested. The lack of adjustable handlebars presented a challenge for shorter riders, particularly when using the optional seat. Additionally, the necessity of the valve extender, which increases the risk of loss, and the less than ideal length of valve stems were identified as areas for potential future design refinements. Despite these small drawbacks, the overall experience was overwhelmingly positive, resulting in a strong recommendation. And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.